Hello, what's up good people? Good to see you once again. Leo tunazungumzia venye unaweza tengeneza 1500 in a single day. Unaweza fanya aje so that you can be able to make that amount in Kenya. All right? But before we do that, as always, take your 1 second only on your right. Hapo hivyo chini kuna ka button kameandikwa subscribe, all right? Kako in black. Just hit it, and then hapo hivyo chini kuna kengine kamechorwa ka mkono like this. Just hit it, that's a like. And guess what you've just done? Because I know you're asking yourself, what's the importance of that? The importance of that is that whenever I upload a new video, you will be the first one to be notified that, hey, ding, 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 Good Joseph has uploaded a new video. So you will never any time miss any of my videos. So, all right, so let's get into the today's business. And it's about vipi unaweza make 1500 in a single day in Kenya. All right. So first of all, I always say this, numbers don't lie. First of all, you have to identify what are you dealing with, what is the elephant in the room, so that at least tujue venye tunaweza dissect that amount ndio tuweze to move to the next level. First of all, in 1500, there are various ways on how you can be able to raise that amount of money. Kitu ya kwanza nijiulize hivi, what is that product that you can sell to 100 people at 15 shillings and make your 1500? Or what is that product that you can sell 15 shillings to 100 people and actually make your what? Your 1500. So you have to know, should I choose to sell a product that is worth 15 shillings to 100 people, or should I choose to sell a product that is worth 100 shillings to 15 people? Either way, you can dissect your math so that you can be able to know exactly what are you gonna deal with it. And then the next question unafaa kujiuliza is this. Now, babe, let's say you've chosen to sell a product that is worth 15 shillings to 100 people. Where I come from, do I have that number of people? Are they approachable? Can I actually manage to raise that number of people from where I come from? For example, let's say you come from a scarcely populated area and you would like to sell a product that is 15 shillings to 100 people, and actually summing up 100 people in your locality becomes a very hectic. So for you, unajua, up to that point, that one is cancelled. The option that you're left with is, can I have 15 people and I sell 100 shillings? Can I have 15 people who I sell a product that is worth 100 shillings and be able to raise 1500 Kenyan shillings? So the question is this: are the people who surround me ready to scoop out their 100 shillings out of their pocket, probably in an influence way, or a product probably in a way that they never planned? So that's the question that you're supposed to ask yourself. And if the question, or rather if the answer is yes, so you go ahead and now start identifying various ways on things that you can do to be able to sell that product at 100 shillings. I don't know whether we are getting each other. So we have said you decide to sell either a product worth 15 shillings to 100 people, or a product worth 100 shillings to 15 people. So maybe let's say you come from a populated area, maybe you live in towns, the outskirts of towns, or any other town in our country. So, and you're like, fine, I want to sell a product that is worth 15 shillings. Like if you sneak up to somebody and you're selling a product 15 shillings, those people, or that people, even me, Joseph included, I'm likely to buy. If a product after all is 15 shillings, 15 shillings doesn't have that great influence on my mathematics. So I can just scoop up my 15 shillings and give it to you, and I make that amount off, or rather if I purchase that a specific product that you're selling. So if you come from a populated area, there are some things that you can choose up and sell. For example, if you can focus on the vegetable selling, you can be like, okay, fine. If I can buy this product at this price and and sell it at this price, so the difference between two makes me 15 shillings. So then my target will be 100 people. If I'm able to manage to reach to 100 people, then so be it. I have my 1500. And the other question is this: like apart from vegetables, and when I say vegetables, there are variety of vegetables are out there. The other thing you can identify, like maybe I can just go ahead and sell some milk, all right, and identify 100 people, and I'm making a profit margin of 15 shillings. So my target is 100 people. So that's how you're supposed to narrow down to a point whereby you're able to know exactly, now my fine or my aim is to raise 1500. Now from that specific aim, now you ask yourself, I'm selling a product that is worth 15 shillings, so my target is 100 people. Get my point? Or I'm selling a product that is 100 shillings, so my target is 15 people. It's as simple as that. All right, so this is how I identify it. So the moment you realize that you come from an area where you have a good population, now start pointing out some of the things that you can actually go ahead and do that can be able to raise you 1500 shillings. And I've just said one, like that is selling vegetables in well populated areas, especially in a residential area. You can go ahead and sell. Maybe you come from near institutions or where we have like stages of soccer or something of sort. You can go ahead and start selling what we call the smokies, the eggs and sausages and such kind of a thing. So the only target here you're doing is to identify the amount of money that you are or you are aiming or your target. You put that aside, and then you have to understand the product that you're selling. What is the profit margin? All right, you put that aside. And then the number of people that you have to achieve for you to actually manage to raise that specific amount of money. And I've said there are smokies you can sell, there are vegetables you can sell, you can do yourself some milk, you can sell some coffees at the evening or at the morning, and such kind of things. You can even decide to go ahead and sell snacks and such kind of a thing. So it's all about identifying, specific niche that you have to fulfill. Because what people make is that you just get yourself into business or you get yourself into an activity. You don't even know how many people you have to target. You don't even know how much is your product, and you don't even consider who are the people that you're selling that product to. Are they people who are ready to actually buy that specific product? I always tell people, for example, if you go to Ushago and you're selling them, or those are people who are not fashion conscious, right? So if you go there and you're selling them clothing and you're selling them products that really sort of fashion conscious, they aren't in that specific way. But again, if you go to towns or centers or in the cities, and then you find people, people are working in that specific area, they are fashion conscious and such kind of things. So it is good to identify the locality where you want to establish that specific business. So, and those people, whether they resonate well with the amount of money that you're actually charging them on the product that you're selling to them. All right. So if you're with me until this point in this specific video, I want to say thank you. And by the way, if you have not if you've forgotten to click the subscription button, it's still there. It's on your right. It is written in black. Just hit it, and there is also a like button there. So perhaps let me just recap what I've just said. The very first point that you're supposed to do is to be able to dissect the mathematics and be able to know exactly what am I dealing with. And the very first question is this: my target is 1500, and number two, I need to have a product that I'm selling at around 100 shillings if I want to sell to 100 people, or rather if I want to sell to 15 people. Or I'll identify a product that I can sell only for 15 shillings. And when I say 15 shillings, I mean that is the profit that you're making, the profit margin between the buying and selling, if after all you're dealing with a product. But if you're dealing with a service, maybe you can charge 15 shillings. I don't know what service that you can charge 15 shillings to people. Anyway, the point is this: you are able to dissect that mathematics and be able to know either I'm selling a product worth 100 shillings to 15 people, or I'm selling a product worth 15 shillings to 100 people. So once you're able to identify that, fine, then ask yourself from where you come from, which one goes where? Or like, is it the product that was 100 people for 15 people, or a product worth 15 shillings to 100 people? So once you identify that, then you can narrow down into it and try to identify some areas and gaps that you can be able to fulfill in the society that you come from, and then you go ahead, execute the idea, and aim towards that specific goal. It's as simple as that, right? Fine, I know maybe you expected a magical ways of how you can be able to make 15 shillings. I always tell you the truth. Ways of making money has never changed. It takes time, it takes effort, and it takes consideration, and of course, what I call the calculated risks. All those things have to be in line for you to be able to raise that specific amount of money. And guess what? I have a booklet of different kinds of booklets of business ideas, business plans, about circles, about shares, about treasury bills, treasury bonds, things to do with the money market fund. If you would like any copy of such, all right, a copy is only 220. If you would like to have a copy of any of those information or any of those booklets, then consider contacting me. I will leave my contact on the description of this specific video, and then from that point you can take me WhatsApp and tell me the copy that you want, and I send you a soft copy of it. All right. So as of now, by the way, those who do not know me, my name is Joseph. Talk about money, investment, and anything related to your cash, because we are moving on a journey towards what I call financial freedom. All right. If you love that kind of a content, then consider this place home by subscribing as well. Comment down below, tell me what you think, and also give this video a thumbs up. Share it if you're in a position to. And what can I say as of now is a goodbye, and see you in the next one. See ya.